Have you ever been in that space where you've put in so much work in a project, you've delivered value, you've gotten to the point you can now publish, launch, or hit the start button, but suddenly you develop cold feet? You start hearing that inner voice in you telling you that it is not good enough, that you should wait until you can get a perfect version of what you have done. You become discouraged. You pick up the project that you've just completed and put it away somewhere where no one can look at it. You hid it under your bed, inside a drawer where nobody can get to, and you just put an end to a project that you've put in so much work into. How sad. What can you do if you're feeling discouraged about something that you should be putting out for others to look at? Well, I always tell my students this. My first iPhone was the iPhone 3. It was revolutionary at the time. It was the best thing in the market. It set the pace for modern devices as we now know it. But when the iPhone 13 came out, I looked back at the iPhone 3 and I said to myself, wow, you would never believe the iPhone 3 was an iPhone, because the iPhone has developed over the years. Every year there is a new update. Every year there's a new model that is an upgrade of what it was the previous year. So over time, the iPhone has evolved into something that we can look forward to, the next iPhone. It has become a household name. Now, think for a moment. If Apple or Steve Jobs at the time had decided that the iPhone 3 was not perfect, was not good enough, and they refused to launch the time they launched, would the iPhone have become the household name that it is now? Probably not. Now use the same principle for yourself and for whatever you are doing. Remember that there are no perfect human beings. And if we are all imperfect, how can any one of us produce a perfect product? We cannot produce a perfect product, so don't set the perfect limits for yourself. Don't set boundaries that you cannot hit. If you set the perfect boundaries, you will never get there, because you are not perfect and no one else is. And nothing is ever perfect. But what we can do is that we can always improve on what we have done. That is what they did with iPhone. Every year there's an upgrade. Every year there's an improvement. If you commit to yourself that you are going to be a better version of yourself tomorrow, your product is going to be a better version tomorrow, and every day you listen to what the people you are serving are saying, what are their pain points, what they want you to deliver, then you start improving based on the feedback that you are getting. That is how big corporations like Apple succeed. They do market surveys. They listen to what people are saying. They listen to how those who are using their products, what are the concerns, what are the complaints, and they improve on it based on the feedback. If you put the iPhone away for years and they don't do anything about it, nobody is going to talk about the iPhone again. But because they keep doing that market research and keep asking people what they want, they can improve on the next iPhone. That is the model you should follow. Follow the winning model. Permit yourself to move away from the perfect zone to the it is good enough zone. Now, when you get to the it is good enough zone, that is where learning begins. That is where improvements happen. That is where you start moving to becoming a better version of yourself. So what can you take from this video today? If you have written a book, if you have completed a project that you have added so much value into, if you have created a new product, if you are going to start a new YouTube channel, you are trying to start a new business, and you're not feeling confident that you can do it because you're waiting for that perfect time, that perfect model, that perfect product, that perfect book that doesn't exist anywhere, please, after watching this video, go to wherever you have kept that product, that book, and whatever you have worked on over the years. Take another look at it, update it if it needs updating, and hit the launch button, hit the publish button, hit the start button, hit the go button, because you are good enough. Your book is good enough. Move out of the perfect zone. Move out of the perfect zone to the it's good enough zone. The perfect zone only creates frustrations, anxieties, and that feeling of despair that you never succeeded, that you never got to where you wanted to be. But it is good enough zone. You have taken a huge step. You've taken a leap into that point where you can start improving. And that is what we all want. We all want to keep improving like the iPhone. Keep moving to the next level. Keep upgrading. Everything you do now is not written on stone. You can always update a book. You can have a second version of a book. You can update a product. You can update any other thing that you are doing. So please hit the start button. And if you have found this video helpful, please remember to give it some love. And I'll see you in the next video.